We're headed to Tokyo in a couple months, and I'm looking at hotels for my wife and our kid. And I'm definitely thinking about Marriott properties this time around because we're kind of tired of the Hyatt properties in Tokyo. We've stayed at the Hyatt Centric a couple times, not really interested in the new caption in Tokyo, and the Park Hyatt didn't have any award availability, so we were just exploring different other options. And there's one Marriott property in particular that we had our eye on, but I looked on the Marriott website, and it's either going to cost a lot in cash or a lot in points. 349,500 points for 3 nights is a lot of points, and of course I didn't book that because that seems like a waste of points. What I did instead was I booked that same exact hotel for 230,000 points less. Same exact room, same exact hotel. And today I'm gonna go over that strategy of how I booked the hotel for way less in points. My name is Max, and I help people maximize their airline miles, hotel points, and credit card points. Remember the like and subscribe button down below if you're the type of person that likes to really maximize your credit card points to get the most travel out of your credit card points. So let's get started. The hotel that we have in mind is the Tokyo Edition Toranomon, and this is a property that we haven't stayed at before, and it looks really cool. It made the top 50 hotels in the world list in 2025. It matches our vibe, you know, it's modern, it's clean, aesthetic. But here's the thing, it was gonna cost us a lot in points. For the 3 nights that we were looking at, I looked on the Marriott website and I can transfer my Chase points directly over to Marriott, and it would have cost me 349,500 points for all 3 nights. And that's a lot of points. And so I started exploring other options. How can I book the Edition Toranomon for fewer points? Well, that's where I looked at the Chase Travel Portal. And I know a lot of people are gonna say the Chase Travel Portal, not good. It's something that a lot of noobs do, or a lot of people that aren't familiar with maximizing their points do. Well, you might be missing out on a lot of value in the Chase Travel Portal because they do have some features that can really help you maximize your points. There is a feature called Points Boost that can help you maximize your points if you know how to use it correctly. So Points Boost is basically a bonus redemption rate on your credit card points. So instead of getting the flat 1 cent per point, you can sometimes get even more. With the Chase Sapphire Reserve or the Chase Sapphire Reserve business, your points can be boosted up to 2 cents per point in value. And if you have the Chase Sapphire Preferred or the Ink Business Preferred, it can go up to 1.5 cents per point. So quickly jumping in here, if you're interested in applying for any of these cards that I mentioned in this video, you can find them linked down in the description or on my website at maxmilespoints.com. Using those links and applying through those links help support my work. And now let's get back into the video. So the portal basically gives your points more purchasing power if your reservation or your hotel is points boosted. I know some people are gonna say in the comments that Points Boost sucks, and there's no denying that it's a devaluation from what the Chase Travel Portal used to be at the flat redemption rate, but there's still opportunities to maximize, well, for now, until they continue to devalue it, which they are known to do. So I would take advantage of it right now because there are some opportunities that really maximize your points and still get good value out of your points. So let me show you the actual numbers from my Tokyo Edition booking to show you exactly how I'm maximizing this and getting good value out of my Chase points, even though I'm booking through the Chase Travel Portal. So when I looked in the Chase Travel Portal for the same exact Edition hotel for 3 nights for the same exact room type, right off the bat, it was points boosted. And you can tell by the little rocket ship icon, and the regular price was 239,854 points, which is still a lot of points. It's less than what Marriott was charging for the stay, but it's still a lot of points. But with Points Boost, it dropped to 119,927,000 points for the 3-night stay. So I'm getting 2 cents per point, which is really not that bad at all. That's already pretty solid compared to transferring 349,500 points directly over to Marriott to book the same exact hotel. But here's where it gets really good. The Chase Sapphire Reserve also has a $250 annual hotel benefit credit for the Edit hotels. And since the Edition is part of the Edit collection, it qualifies for that $250 credit. So what I did was I split the payment, I paid with points, and I left $250 in cash and put it on my Chase Sapphire Reserve to trigger the hotel credit. And so I'm redeeming 107,427 points to be exact. So that's less than a third of points I would spend transferring directly over to Marriott. And what's even more is that when you book through the Chase Travel Portal, you don't lose your Marriott benefits either. When you find the little tag that says Marriott Bonvoy eligible, you still earn your Marriott Elite Night credits for your stay. You still earn Marriott points for your stay. You just need to find that little tag that says that it's Hotel Loyalty Program eligible. Plus, you get all the edit benefits as well. That means daily breakfast for two, $100 property credit, early check-in, late checkout if available, and room upgrades if available. So essentially, you're triple dipping. You're saving on points, you're using your $250 credit, and you're earning status and points from the hotel. The thing is, the math just works when you actually sit down and compare the option. I think a lot of people assume transferring points is always the best because it gets hyped up so much on social media, but you just gotta do the actual comparison to see which option is better. And another benefit of the portal is that it doesn't rely on award availability. Sometimes there's literally no award space to transfer your points to. For example, I really wanted to book the Park Hyatt Tokyo, which recently reopened after a year-long renovation, and there was no award availability for the Park Hyatt Tokyo. Even if I were able to find award availability for the Park Hyatt Tokyo, it would have cost me 40,000 points per night. So for 3 nights, 120,000 Hyatt points. So I would have to transfer 120,000 Chase points over to Hyatt to make that booking, which is more expensive in points than what I paid for the Edition to Ronamon. Now, I'm not going to waste too much of your time here. Not everything on the Chase travel portal is points boosted, so that's the key thing. Sometimes it's hit or miss. And there's definitely times when transferring points directly to Marriott might still be the better option. But again, you need to check both options. Is transferring your points your best option, or booking through the travel portal is your best option? So here's the overall strategy. You go to the Chase travel website, toggle on the filter that says points boost only, and then you compare that redemption rate to what you would pay if you transferred points directly. Look to see if the hotel is part of the edit benefit and to see if you can stack the Chase Sapphire Reserve $250 credit with that. You can also look to whether you'll earn status or points for your stay, and then pick whichever option gives you the best value for your credit card points, whether it's transferring points or booking through the Chase travel portal. So for our Tokyo Edition stay for the 3 nights, I could have transferred 349,500 points over to Marriott, then that would be pretty painful, or I could spend 107,427 points through the Chase travel portal and use my $250 credit as well, and both get me the same hotel, the same exact room, but one makes way more sense mathematically than the other. So remember what we covered here. Points Boost is a real feature that gives your Chase points more value. You can stack the edit benefit with the points redemption, and you're still earning Marriott status and points for your stay as well. And these techniques and strategies combined just turned my Tokyo Edition booking into a good value booking that typically would not be that good of a value through the Chase travel portal. The thing is, most people never even check the travel portal. They just automatically think that transferring points is the best option, but then you actually compare the numbers and you might find opportunities like this. It's literally just sitting down, doing the math and comparing your options and knowing what options are even available for you in order to maximize your points. If you found this video helpful, remember to like and subscribe button down below, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I'll put some more videos on screen right now that help you maximize your points even further. Thanks for watching this far, and I'll see you guys in the next one.